Well, welcome back, everybody. If you've missed us, here we are at Regis HQ, and Jeff and I are walking around, and now we're looking at where the dirty work happens. And not dirty, these are very clean offices, but talk about this particular office, Jeff.
Absolutely. We showed you kind of the heart of the amenities. This
Yep.
is really the standard backbone of Regis. That is, our offices. This is a standard, executive office. As you can see, they come fully furnished and fully appointed.
Right.
All of your furniture is here. Your telephones is there. We have hardwired cable internet as well as Wi-Fi internet. And really what this does here is when you come to Regis, you're taking care of not just the real estate decision, but your total startup decision. Most of the time when you sign a lease, that's about 52% of your cost.
Right.
The other 48% you just don't think about. Someone else takes
Right.
care of when you open up your business.
Right.
With us, we take care of all that at one time.
This is really similar to sort of the incubator process that we always hear about. And you've probably got a little bit of both. You would have more of the startups and then also folks that will stay here for a while. What's the average length of businesses that come to stay here?
The average length for initial clients, about 12 months they'll come in.
Okay.
And most of our clients, about 75% of the time, they renew at least one time for another
Okay.
term. So we keep clients for between 12 and 24 months, which most people think is fairly long for our
Right.
industry. But we really, I think because of our amenity-rich package and because we have multiple locations, oftentimes one of the best benefits we have of our network is you can start in Novi.
Right.
And let's say that you're doing an assignment, for one of the automotive companies, and all of a sudden that assignment moves to another city. Well, you can pick up the value of your office and you can transfer that to another market. And that's the beauty of being, a network of 1,000 locations, on a global basis.
How do you market to the international customer base? How do folks in either Japan or Germany or elsewhere know to come here?
Well, that's a great question because actually outside of the States, we're probably a little bit more well known than we are here in the States.
Okay.
So we have a couple ways. Number one is we have a worldwide sales force that is out there in every country. We're in 75 countries, and every country will have local salespeople calling on those local businesses.
Okay.
Here in the States, we have a corporate account sales force. So they're calling on corporate accounts, Inc. 500 type businesses, and they're trying to not only tell them about growing within the States, but growing internationally.
Okay.
And we get a lot of that. A lot of the business we do for corporate America is actually business for them starting up in another country.
Yeah.
It's a safe way to start. Short lease
Absolutely.
terms and taking care of all the decisions.
Well, and for what I do, economic development and working with the folks at either a county level or at a state level, you're an invaluable source because if we're going overseas to attract new business to come here and they need a place to start up where they can't really get into a big building or they're not big enough, folks like you that have these kinds of amenities make it certainly really easy.
Well, absolutely, and it's a partnership between ourselves and
Yeah.
the economic development because we'll oftentimes get new businesses coming in from Europe or from Asia, and we can help them with their office space. But then
Right.
there's times when they need to incorporate, get licensing, and then we'll
Okay.
get in contact with your office and they'll help our clients. So
Right.
it's really a good kind of 360-degree partnership.
And we've had that partnership actually, try to help out clients that you've had here.
Absolutely.
So this is one. Let's walk around and you show me some of the other bigger suites.
Absolutely, let's do that.
Great.
Well, Ara, this is one of our larger, what we call team spaces.
Okay.
And there's really two purposes for this. It could be a regional office for 2 or 3 salespeople, but also what we do with this is we have a product called Campus. And it's a product that is great for local business people. Oftentimes what we'll do is we'll sell each desk to an individual
Oh,
business
that's interesting.
person.
Yeah.
Someone who doesn't need a full-time office working
Right.
from home, but wants to be in a collaborative environment. So we'll oftentimes see, like businesses wanting to come in, and they literally buy the desk, right, and
Sure.
share the environment with other people. Again, going back to cost savings,
Yeah.
right, but also that collaborative working environment. Which
Well,
we see
that
people-
incubator kind of process too, that maybe there would be some collaboration of business down the road. That's
Absolutely.
very interesting.
And then they can move from a desk to their own fully furnished office like we had before.
Okay, and this is like the Papa Bear, Mama Bear concept here. We've seen the little porch and medium one. Now we're going to go see the bigger ones, right?
Absolutely, let's go look at
All
that.
right.
Well, this is an example of one of our what we call mini suites.
Okay.
Oftentimes, what we'll have is as clients grow, and local entrepreneurs like for example, like a local financial professional or an attorney.
Sure.
They will actually stay with us for beyond 2 years.
Yeah.
They're only going to be 2 people, and they're never going to have enough space to go into a building by themselves. So this allows the executive to have their own space, their own
Yep.
conferencing location. And and then they can have their support staff right outside their door.
Beautiful view too.
Oh, absolutely.
And a lot of the offices all have real beautiful views, and typical Michigan day, but still a good view nevertheless.
Oh, absolutely. You know, this is something where an executive that wants to have a prestigious look, certainly we can provide that to them.
And we've got bigger, still got bigger to go.
We still got bigger. We have one more.
So we're going to have you lead the way, and we're going to wrap up the show, I think, in that office.
Let's go take a look.
Okay. So Jeff, this is probably what makes you folks stand out differently than maybe other type of competitors that have similar products. Talk about what we're looking at right here.
Well, this is actually one of our team spaces, or team suites as we call it.
Yeah.
And this is, again, a unique product that sets us apart. We do a lot of work for Fortune 500 America,
okay,
as well as the local businesses. And oftentimes we'll find that a company will be coming in, doing a project for maybe a year or two, and they just don't need a long-term lease.
Sure.
So in certain locations, we have products such as this that are, 10, 15 person type suites,
yep,
3 or 4 individual offices. It looks a lot like if you walked off of any, elevator in any
yeah,
business park. And again, the key for us is that it's not just the space that we provide them, but we're providing them the internet access, the phone. So they moved in literally in a matter of days.
Right.
Now they're staying with us for months.
How about the personnel as far as the admin stuff? Same thing as well? Are you providing that?
Absolutely. We still greet
okay,
their guests, and we
yep,
answer their phones, and we actually take that for them. And again, so they don't have to hire, an admin
okay,
assistant, when they come into the Novi marketplace.
Talk a little bit about the clients. You said Fortune 500, small businesses. What types of Fortune 500 companies are we talking about?
We really run the gamut.
Okay.
Some of our larger clients are Google, GlaxoSmithKline, Accenture, and really we're the spoke to their hub. They all have a corporate office someplace in America, sure, and when they come into a new market, we're oftentimes the best place for them to go.
And this is good. We talked earlier about access to freeway, and I'm sure one of your selling points is how far from the airport.
Absolutely.
When we promote City of Novi and where we are located, we certainly talk about airport, we talk about the major universities, freeway access, and all that kind of stuff. So you're actually cleverly located. This is a good fit for you.
It really is. It's really important for us to be, not only have an amenity-rich product for our clients inside of our centers, but to be in an area that is close to business and close to the, the city.
Yeah, and Jeff, we've sort of fragmented a lot of this, but in whole, how big is this entire floor as far as space you occupy?
We have about 20,000 square feet here.
Yep.
And as I mentioned at the start, we have about 30 different clients that occupy anywhere from one office to a suite such as this.
Great.
And then we have another 100 plus virtual clients that utilize the address and the services, but don't have a full-time office, just use it on a part-time basis.
Businesses want to learn more information. You've got a website. What would that be?
Absolutely. There's 2 ways they can contact us.
Okay.
They can do it on their website, which is www.regus.com,
right,
or they can call 1-800-OFFICES.
Terrific. Jeff, thank you very much for showing me around today.
Thank you very much for having us.
Gave definitely the citizens of Novi and businesses a better look at what you do here. And that wraps up for Corporate Review. Again, I'm Ara Tapuzian, and if you want more information about economic development, and really who wouldn't, right? You want to go to investnovi.org. Until next time, take care.